I own Delta. And you probably say, Delta? What's American ingenuity about Delta? It's just an airline. And I would tell you, well, because they segment the cabin 36 ways, because 8 to 10% of revenues are cargo in the belly, so there's no such thing as an empty aircraft. I would tell you 8 to 10% of revenues come from third-party servicing of other aircraft, and they sell the parts, so they repair Airplanes. I would tell you that they make $1 billion just by selling spare capacity to Amex so that Amex can create a rewards program for its Gold Card customers. And I would also tell you that they actually own an oil refinery in Philadelphia as a hedge for jet fuel. So to me, Delta Airlines is an ingenious company. And strangely, they guided down a couple of weeks ago, and Ed Bastian, the CEO, and I thought, oh no, what happened? Well, the only reason I was able to figure out what happened is that Bloomberg had the text of a speech he gave at the JP Morgan Industrials Conference the very next morning. So at 8:30 in the morning, he spoke. By 9:05, I had the transcript in my hand. No one else had access to that who didn't have a Bloomberg or who hadn't been in the room listening. And I realized exactly why he guided down. And it was just weather outages and then a week or two of soft bookings after the two tragic incidents, the
Right.
American Airlines crash in
Sure.
Washington, and then the Delta crash in Toronto, where thankfully no one was hurt. It's a short-term phenomenon, and that's why he left full year guidance alone. So you know what I did? I actually reiterated it as a buy on weakness for
Yeah.
my
Saw
Bullseye
that in your
subscribers. And the only reason I had the confidence to do that was that I had read the thing that had been the transcript that had been posted on Bloomberg. So that's a long-winded answer to your question, Bob.
Well, also I think it just as a bigger viewpoint, you're also betting on the consumer, right? And I think that is one variable you and I have agreed on for a long time is, there's always this like the employment market's going to fall off a cliff. The consumer's going to run out of money, whether it was, stimulus from the pandemic, whatever it is. And I think that's the one remarkable trend is just how resilient the American consumer's been. And I think that's you're kind of betting on that because travel has to do with the fact that people have money in their pocket. And I know
Yeah.
business travel is a part of that too, and that's probably not going away. But I think just having that macro viewpoint, in my opinion, is really important, right? Because you have
Yes.
to have some belief in where the economy is going. And for you and I, it's been very optimistic. But I think that's also, I'm assuming that's part of your calculation as well.
Yes, I'm a bottoms up stock picker, but you have to have a top down view of the market and the
Yes.
economy because that affects everything else, including interest rates. You got to have a view on interest rates.